Hey everybody. So I haven't done a video for a while, and my husband's gonna think I'm nuts, but just want to give everybody like a heads up of my story. I think I can get through this without crying because it has been a while, and I've had to shift my circle a lot. Not because I hate people, just because I'm on a higher mission, and I believe that I'm gonna change the world. I know it sounds crazy, and I keep saying this over and over, years and years, and I see the past videos and I don't even show them because I sound crazy. But here I am again. The last time I made a video was right before the pandemic, and I kept feeling like the shit was gonna hit the fan, basically, and it did. Everybody got sick, everybody got the virus. We did. My family did. Certain ones of us did, certain ones didn't, and we recovered, and everybody's fine. We still have bad days, or I do. Today's one of them. I just don't feel good. But I was doing more this video because I keep hearing people saying that my story's amazing and that it's such positive. But when I talk about it, it's nothing but heartache and tears and crying. But if I can get through it, or once I'm able to talk on video and get through it without crying, I think it's time for me to share our story. So my husband and I, it's crazy. We met 27 years ago this year. And our story is crazy because we met 3 times before we actually got together. He dated one of my high school friends. I was 16 and he was 22. And the night that we met, on the 3rd and final time, I was actually going to say goodbye to my friends because I was planning on running away. Things weren't going good in my life, and it was just time. I had plans. I've always known what I'm going to do. I've always been headstrong. I don't sugarcoat things, so it's been like this for me for a really long time, since I was a kid, and I've always stuck out like a sore thumb in schools. Every time something would happen, I would change so much, and then my friends that I knew didn't see me as a friend that they knew anymore. I was another new person coming into back into what was my normal routine. My mom moved around a lot, and so we were always coming and going. I'm from a little hole in the wall on top of a volcano in Northern California, in Winetown. Best childhood I could ever have, best friends, best memories. But that ended really early for me, and at 16 I decided to make the jump. So the day that I met my husband, I was trying to find a ride from somebody who I thought was a friend, but who actually tried to rape me. And my husband was the one that actually knocked on the door and stopped him cold dead in his tracks. He offered me a ride home. I'll have to make a follow-up video if this works. I'll tell you how it happened. It's funny now, I laugh at it now, but it was very traumatic for me, and I haven't been able to talk about that at all for a very long time, just because people who have experienced trauma like that, women, you don't get over it. It's something you bury way down, and that's good. I don't know, maybe for the time being, that's how you survive. But as it is, it led me to my husband. He had a daughter. She was already 1. I was 16. I did horrible things I shouldn't have done. I was abusive, mentally, physically. I shouldn't have did what I did, and I'm sorry to her. I can't take it back, but all I can say is that I learned my lesson, not in time, but in time enough to change, and I've never gone back to that place in my life. I realized that I shouldn't have been a mom at 16, and somebody else whose lack of not wanting to be a mother either, but couldn't do the right thing and say something about it, would rather pass the buck to someone else. And I inherited that, her problem, her traumas, whatever she was doing, because I fell in love with her dad, with the daughter's dad. And it's crazy because my life has changed forever. And because of that, I learned I can love anyone. And despite what I went through in my childhood and not being accepted by family, which is the hardest thing for somebody to have to go through, it's a breath of fresh air when somebody finally reaches a hand and helps you. So here's my story. I have 7 kids. 1 was from a previous. My husband and I had 3. We adopted 3 more. They were our best friends' kids, and how this happened was their dad passed away, their mom sick, homeless in the town where they're from, and their family couldn't step up at the time. And when nobody else was around, I know what that feels like. And I couldn't leave them like that. So I took it. We're doing amazing things. They're already 2 are over the age of 18. We still have them living at home. 1's 15. My last ones, I only have 3 left under the age of 18, but my life has changed so much. And I wouldn't take any moments back. I wouldn't change any moment. So for that fresh breath air, if you're a new parent, don't worry. Tomorrow will go just as fast as today did. And yesterday is just as long as tomorrow is. So don't waste your time trying to manipulate your situation for a better outcome. It's better to ride your day and just go with the flow, with the good, the bad. If you have more good than bad, if you look for the good, you'll see more good. If you look for the bad, more bad will happen. And if you have a bad, don't let that stop you. Stop your day. You can always turn it around. Every second is a new second. Every day is a new day. Every year is a new year. Every breath you take is a new breath. So stop hating. I don't want my kids to grow up in a society where everybody hates each other. I can't say that I know what Black people are going through because I'm not Black, but I can tell you that I've been hated on, and if your hate is as bad as mine or worse, which it is, then I feel for you. If you're Asian, I'm not Asian. I can't tell you I know what you're going through, but if your hate is half as bad as what I've been through, or what you're going through, which it is, I'm sorry. People, stop pointing the finger and put yourself in somebody else's race. And if you've ever experienced any kind of racism in your life, put yourself in that other person's shoes. And if their suffering is as bad as yours or worse, which it might be, have a little compassion. I want my kids to live in a society that shows love, not hate. So for everyone out there, God bless you. Peace be with you. And I'm praying for our salvation. Love you guys.